Hi Geminis, welcome to your Modern Maven Tarot Weekly Tarot for the week of November 20th through November 26th. Now, you might be hearing my voice is a little more sultry than normal, and you might notice some heavy breathing, but just bear with me. I caught a bug from my daughter, but you know, pretty grateful that this is the first one I've caught in almost a year, so definitely remaining positive and, you know, seeing this resistance for what it is, because a lot of us with that Saturn turning direct, you know, rising to the challenges, if you will. I'm never going to get Eye of the Tiger out of my head, but rising to the battery decided to stop. We do have Sagittarius season starting on November 22nd. Okay, so this week. And we are going to feel that forward moving action, right? So a lot of the things that we have been like wishing and hoping and praying, you know, the balance is coming back and you're feeling exhausted. I know we all are, mentally, physically, emotionally. Biggest thing too, next week on the 27th, we have the full moon in Gemini in your sign, okay? Accepting differences of opinions to move forward. This is a tough one because it's hard when things are so polar right now when it comes to the collective, okay? And so where can we find common ground? And where can we see the things in play that are trying to divide us, right? You know, social media. It's hard because, I mean, everybody's highly triggered collectively, personally. Like, there's things in our personal lives that can be reflected into the collective and everything that's going on. But when we get down to it, you know, and you really talk to somebody, it's stronger, let's say, on social media. Because, you know, somebody made a point that, like, 85% of what you see on social media is actually 10% of the collective energy, right? Because everything is, you know, manipulated in a sense to show you what it wants, the algorithm wants to show you, okay? So just be mindful of that, because this is like where, you know, Geminis with the emotional start that you can have, because Geminis can see both sides of things. And that's sometimes why people get annoyed with Geminis. And I'm a Gemini moon, rising north node, and you know, it's funny because when you do have convictions, right? And there are certain things where it's like you take a stand and then, but that doesn't mean you can't see the other side of the argument, right? And so that's really where we need to come collectively, is like, some things aren't okay no matter what side you're on, you know what I mean? And like really getting to the bare bones of our collective energy, okay? And how we can move forward together, right? Because the shadow side of the Capricorn paradigm is not where we want to be, okay? And yeah, like all of this stuff has really allowed us to like go within, right? Dive deep. And we want to be attached to this lightning bolt of change. We don't want to be attached to the Capricorn paradigm, which is that tower. But if anybody's going to get through that, it's Geminis, right? So really utilize your energy next week, okay? But like this week, you should really be feeling this surge of energy to move forward. You know what I mean? So like, I'm even thinking for me in my personal situation of feeling as god awful as I do. And like, okay, like it's a time for rest. If my body knows that I can rest, then I'm going to take this time to rest. You know what I mean? Like oftentimes it does that. And it's really about, you know, you have to go with the flow. Like what can you control and what can't you control? Okay, Geminis? Because being in the flow is going to be your best bet right now, okay? And, you know, with the wind, the water and the wind, imagine them blowing together. You know what I mean? Like the wind guides the water forward. So really allow your thinking to guide your emotions forward, all right? And so it's so important to be mindful, especially as an air sign, all right? And that Gemini full moon's energy, we really want to be mindful of our thoughts, all right? Because again, you see the duality. There's this constant like thought record that's like playing nonstop in your heads. I get it, okay? But it's really time to really be mindful of that and redirect. You know what I mean? Like it's like a radio, okay? Like tune the channel. There's a negative thought in your head. What are you doing? You know, what are you watching? What are you listening to? It's like the advice I gave last week or the week before. Like if you're on, you know, your phone and social media and you start getting this negative stuff, like blow on your phone, blow your Gemini powerful wind on your phone. Be like, I don't want that, right? All right. So let's see what we got for Geminis for November 20th through November 26th, 2023. Yeah, okay. Nice. Okay, we'll dive into this. I had a thought, but I think it's just going to come out. Oh, wow. Well, this is a celebration. Okay, you and Taurus both. Wow. That's all I'll say right off the bat. Okay. 10 of Coins is energy coming in from last week into this week. And this is really appreciating your roots and your resources, okay? Because again, like everything is about how you think about it, right? And so just going back to, you know, me being sick and like I could be a lot more sick. You know what I mean? Like it's like that idea of like, okay, I am appreciative because I have a job that can give me paid sick time. All right. I still have enough energy to do everything I need to do as my role as a single mom. Like things like that where it's like I can still appreciate everything I have and where I am while I'm still like feeling miserable. All right. But you really like, this is that confidence and completion when it comes to your health and your finances, right? And so this is realizing like you really manifested a lot, you know what I mean? And really giving gratitude for it and unlocking more. Like this is like that idea of, oh, when I actually, oh, and this is also ruled by Virgo. So take that how it resonates, but you're unlocking like a treasure trove, if you will, of knowledge. You know, this also indicates inheritance, so take that how it resonates, but it's amazing to see, and we're going to clarify it to see why that's showing up. But this week's energy is the 3 of Coins, and so hard work pays off, and you really need to pay attention to the details. And I'm thinking too, because of Sagittarius season starting, and we have that forward moving action with that impulsive, risk-taking new moon that happened last week. We really don't want to be impulsive, okay? We really want to avoid getting caught in the muck of the us versus them energy that is in the collective, okay? This is ruled by Mars and Capricorn. So a reminder, Mars, how we assert ourselves. The Capricorn paradigm crumbling and showing its shadow side. And clearly, the Capricorn shadow showing how it asserts itself, right? We want to stay out of that. So stay focused on something that you're working towards, because that is going to be most important, all right? And it's a test. Like when people say things that trigger you, you know, that you know are not your energy, how do you react to that, okay? You don't have to like ignore it, but like how you channel that energy. Oh, actually, so Pam Gregory, my favorite, or one of my favorite astrologers, she had a post when it came to the events that are happening globally right now. And somebody had this amazing response. I'll have to find it and put it in the comments. Because when there are these reactionary triggers and we want to voice our opinion, Gemini, it's really hard to, you know, bite your tongue, if you will. And this person had this amazing response of something like, I don't see from that perspective anymore. Ugh, I'll find it and I'll put it in the comments. But it was a brilliant response, and that's something that I think you're going to have to utilize this week, all right? Because there's going to be things that are said where it's like, you do not agree with it. And the best thing to do is just stay in your own lane, all right? That might even be, that might be the title for this week's reading. Next week, though, 3 of Cups. This is celebration, okay? It could be an actual party, wedding, take it out resonates, like an event. But this is a lucky turn of events. I'm really seeing a strong shift for you. And obviously, hello, full moon in Gemini, right? So when we can embrace that, when we can just, quote, stay in our own lane, rise above it, there's a lot that you're unlocking so much. And I'm just so excited for it. And I love, too, because you have 3 and 3. And what a powerful numerical thing. All right, sorry about that. Had a tickle in my throat. So yeah, stay in your lane this week. But the 3 and the 3 is absolutely magical. I almost swore there because I was so excited for you. Okay. 10 of coins. Let's clarify the 10 of coins last week for Gemini. And also, too, this 10 of coins, it could be that new moon in Scorpio, right? Really unlocking some sort of financial abundance. Like, it might not even, honestly, because it's energy coming in from last week into this week, it might not even be like fully activated in your 3D world, but something in you on the thought level, conscious or subconscious level, you really unlocked something. Wow, yeah, unlocking. There's so much about unlocking here. Amazing. The 2 of Wands is your clarifier for this. Look at this. The lock and key. You're unlocking something. Excuse me. All right, so this is channeling your desires into willpower. And so again, new moon in Scorpio with that charging forward, right? Shedding our old skin. There's an opportunity here, and it's a choice. And I think the choice you're choosing, this opportunity, actually, let's just clarify this week's card, because then we'll figure that out. But there's clearly something with lock and key, all right? Even if, too, like, if you, like, I don't know, I'm getting, like, this picture of, like, a safe or unlocking something. Like, there's, like, this message of something where you might not even realize it's there. All right? Or, like, there's, like, a key, like, you know what I mean? Like, a decorative key like this. Pay attention to that. There's something there. I don't know what it is, but if you can think of it, comment. But yeah, the choice is being made. This is also ruled by Mars and Aries, okay? And so again, that Aries North Node, like, I think that we're seeing the things, like, we've clearly activated something. We've made a choice. We're staying in our own lane this week, so let's clarify this, all right? Why is the 3 of coins here? This is also, like, the idea of partnerships, too. So it could be even, like, teaming up with somebody, and, like, you've activated unlocking all of this wealth, right? And, like, this person is a piece of the puzzle, right? The key that unlocks your, like, treasure trove of financial abundance. All right, so let's see. Why is the 3 of coins here this week for Gemini for the week of November 20th through November 26th. I think that actually might have been the card, but we'll just... The 10 of Swords popped out, and I really do think this is because you are shedding this old way of thinking, right? But we'll just continue clarifying. Okay, can you clarify this week's energy with the 3 of coins this week? Why is the 3 of coins here this week for Geminis? Why is the 3 of coins here this week for Geminis? Okay, if I don't get it on this next shuffle, we're just going to pull a card. Thank you. Yeah, there's, I really do think that this is because, like, you've learned some sort of lesson, if you will. This is really, I think, again, connected to Gemini and thinking and, like, embracing your shadow, not just facing your shadow, embracing your shadow, but feeling your place in the universe. Like, there's some sort of karmic completion, and with you being air, I really think this is a completion when it comes to how we think about the past, how we think about our roots, our childhood, right? Our childhood wounds. There's some sort of completion here where we're over it. We can take that mask off, right? We don't need to tell the same stories from the past. We don't need, like, all of these things. Like, there's just this completion, and that's what's causing you to just rise above all of the collective chaos right now. Also, too, there's the 2 tulips here, and these 2 wands, and these 2 boxes. So much numerical synchronicities happening here. All right, so let's clarify this 3 of Cups next week, because that's something to get excited about, right? All right, why is the 3 of Cups here next week for Gemini? Also, Geminis, if you do like this reading, please do like, comment, and share with other people you think it might resonate with. And please subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot so that you get notifications of when new videos do pop up. Okie dokes. Yep, I think this is all based on choice. Like, again, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3. Oh, I forgot to say, too, that the world is ruled by Saturn. And so I do think so much of this is a slow culmination of Saturn turning direct in Pisces, right? Facing those shadows, rising up to the challenges. I do believe that the Two of Swords is here because it's understanding, like, there's choices on how we see a situation, how we think about a situation, how we think about our relationships. And again, I am getting something like strong with relationships, but it's a choice how we think, it's a choice how we speak, right? And the biggest, most powerful part about this is ruled by Moon in Libra, is compromising when you can. And the fact that your full moon in Gemini message for the 27th is accepting differences in opinions. I'm telling you, this is a big one, all right? So, and this completion, I mean, this is huge. This is a big karmic completion. And so it could even have effects collectively too, Gemini. All right, so let's see. What empowering question do we got for Geminis for the week of November 20th through November 26th, 2023. Also, to make sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a more in-depth look at the energy forecast for you. All right. Empowering question. Who or what defines the contents of my life? Who or what defines the contents of my life? So a reminder when you need to stay in your own lane. That's what you can ponder, all right, Geminis? I hope you enjoyed this reading. This is honestly fantastic. I'm so very excited for you. Have an amazing week ahead and really look forward to that new moon in Gemini next week, all right? Bye, Gemini.